Hello, Let's Do Video viewers. Welcome back. And welcome back to our boardroom, Chuck. It's been a while since we had you here. Chuck, can you please introduce yourself to our viewers?
Yeah, first of all, thank you very much for having me back, David. My name is Chuck Tuck, and I'm with AVer. I've been here for quite some time, is what I'll say, but I do all product training for the K through 12 market. So anything that you need in K through 12 across the states, I'm the guy to do that for you.
Well, I'm happy to have you here. Usually we talk about meeting rooms and boardrooms. Aver's got us covered for days here. But for me, the fun stuff, the exciting stuff is the K through 12, the education. That's when we get all the new developments. So what's happening with Aver and education?
Oh,
I
my
love
my
document
favorite,
cameras.
my favorite.
They're
Yeah,
just cool.
it is. It's one of those technologies that's been around for quite some time in K through 12 and everywhere else. I think a lot of times that people will say, oh, it's old technology. But with document cameras, a couple things I have to say about that is I've got a pen right here and paper. How old is that, right? But I have it next to all of my high-tech devices. That's the same with the document camera. And got to think about this. Document cameras do not compete with other technologies in the classroom. Document cameras complement those technologies. So whether it be a projector, a flat panel, or just your laptop, it really complements it. So it's super important. And the one thing we do have a new wireless document camera,
Oh,
and
nice.
that's the M11WB. So can I tell you a little bit about why I'm so
Sure.
excited and jazzed about wireless?
Absolutely.
David, I use this document camera more than just in, we'll say, an office or classroom situation. I use it for personal use. And I think this personal use translates over into the classroom too. And it's the portability of it. I've got my regular work desk here. I've got my other desk over there that I have a larger monitor. The Zoom capability using this document camera with our software, the AVerTouch software, which is free, really allows me to zoom in on the puzzle that I'm looking at because uh, it's right here. I'm looking at it, but it's so much better when I can see it on my larger screen and I could just look around and go, that's that piece that I'm missing. So it
Oh, that's a
really
fun use
helps out.
for it.
Yeah. I mean, it really helps out visually and everything. And like I said, the portability of the M11WB is great because, again, I'm working on that puzzle. And the reason I take it over there with the document camera is my puzzle is larger than the area that I have on my desk. And I think that's the other thing with teachers is you have such a limited real estate. Now, it's not to say that the M11WB doc cam has a large base because it's only about 4 inches, but you might want to be able to have a larger workstation, but you don't want to be tied to your desktop. Um, that's why I love that wireless, and it really engages the kids because now they could take that document camera and share whatever they're doing on their desk or in groups.
Oh, right. You can move it around the room and each student can share their work.
Yeah,
I never
yeah,
thought of using a document camera that way. I thought it's locked down at the front of the room and you have to walk, I don't think of it as a portable device. They're big traditionally.
traditionally, yeah.
Yeah.
And the M11WB is really compact. Like I said, the base is small. It's a tower design. So, some of the other things too is it really does help students get engaged and stay engaged because if you give them a task or something to do, they're working in groups. All right, let's see what group number one has, and you give them the document camera. You bet that they're going to let me show this. Let me show
Yeah.
what I've got. It's a fantastic device.
Yeah. And just the example you were giving an example of using it yourself just to see something bigger, the puzzle. But in my mind, I was thinking, oh, well, now instead of you doing the puzzle, the whole class could be doing a puzzle. It takes a single activity and makes it a group activity. Instead of the teacher or one student working on something, the whole class is looking at the same thing and working on it together. It's a class puzzle.
Exactly. Yes, yes. That's what we want. We want engagement. We want kids to participate. It makes it, I think, a little bit easier for teachers as well because it's kind of like it manages the students. It keeps their attention when you see something that's bright, bold, colorful, and you see things that are going in real time. And that's why I was saying that the document camera really is a piece of equipment that complements and does not compete with other technologies. This allows you to take any one of these 3D objects, put it down, and away you go. Folks might say, well, I've got all these images and everything else, peripheral stuff on my computer, my laptop ready to go, but that's all 2D. What if I need to grab something right away? What if a student wants to share something? I can take that wireless document camera right over to their desk.
You know, I wish we had this when I was a kid because I had trouble paying attention and staying engaged. I needed, you know, I needed technology, I needed visuals, I needed engagement to help me learn, and it was really tough for me to just sit there and look at a book. I needed this kind of interactivity, and we didn't have as much of it back then. So, you know, I'm glad the kids today are getting it.
You and me both. I could have used one of these back in the day.
Yeah.
There's one other thing I like to add with this. It's wireless, yes, but it's not just the capability of going wireless through the classroom network. You also have a um, hotspot Wi-Fi that you could connect to. So if you don't want to use a classroom network or something like that, as long as you could get into your hotspot from your laptop, it'll create its own connection there. So you could do that.
Nice.
Or maybe if you want to be hardwired at some point in time, you can do that as well. USB-C out on this connects right to your laptop. So it'll power it at the same time. And you can use your AVerTouch software and do a lot of different things. Oh, by the way, in order to go wireless, yes, you have to have that AVerTouch software because that's how it's going to control and say, I want to use it on a router or the hotspot. So you'll need to have that downloaded. And once again, it's free and it enables that document camera to do so much more.
Nice. Yeah, you want the control software. Today's hardware devices are, you know, the power is in the software. So yeah, take the time, download the free software, get everything you can out of it. Always fun to have you here, Chuck. And thank you everyone for watching. We'll put the links down in the description so you can learn more about these new products. And have a great day, everyone. Take care.